Hello and welcome to the Galeblade News. New measures to curb the spread of COVID-19 in Blackburn with Darwen have been introduced after a spike in cases. For the next month, people living with the Lancashire Authority must observe the rules in a bid to avoid a Leicester-style local lockdown. The new measures include tighter limits on visitors from another household, and officials have called on people to bump elbows in place of handshakes and hugs. Mass testing began at the weekend after 61 new cases sprang up within a week. Residents are being told to wear cloth face coverings in all enclosed public spaces, including workplaces, libraries, museums, health centres, hair and beauty salons. Blackburn with Darwen's Public Health Director, Professor Dominic Harrison, also called for people only to bump elbows with anyone outside their immediate family. He said public protection advice for small shops was being stepped up to ensure social distancing was being observed. Targeted testing is taking place in the borough, and residents have been told they do not need to have symptoms to be tested. Professor Harrison said these steps will help, and we are appealing to everyone in Blackburn with Darwen to follow them to protect themselves and their loved ones. If we don't, a local lockdown like in Leicester becomes a very real possibility. He said increasing testing would mean a rise in the number of cases in the next 7 to 10 days. If rates were continuing to rise after 2 weeks, he said the authority would have to consider reversing some of the national lockdown lifting measures locally. This would be done one by one until we see a reversal in the current rising trend, he said. It's up to everyone to make sure we don't have to do that. He said there would also be targeted work after a rise in infections within the South Asian community, in particular cluster infections among families living in small terraced houses. When one person gets infected in a multi-generational household, all the household members are getting infected, Professor Harrison said. Figures show Blackburn with Darwen recorded 47 new cases per 100,000 in the week ending Saturday, up from 31.6 the previous week. In Leicester, where a local lockdown has been imposed, the rate has risen from 115 per 100,000 to 118 over the same period. But this is still down from 152.2 in the 7 days to 27th of June. Based on figures released on Tuesday, Pendle in Lancashire currently has England's second highest rate of new cases for the week, rising from 14.2 per 100,000 to 77.6 in the week to the 11th of July. Information videos are being produced in English, Urdu and Gujarati to spread the message in the former mill town. Council leader Mohammed Khan said the authority was working to spread the message that life cannot go back to normal just yet, and we must all make sacrifices to avoid a local lockdown. We are doing everything we can to get a grip on the virus, and we need everyone in Blackburn with Darwen to pull together to help us, he said. Please continue to do your bit to stick to the rules to protect yourself and your family. So what do you think of this? Are you scared about your area being perhaps targeted as one of the new lockdown areas? Do you know anyone in Leicester who's still suffering the ongoing lockdown? And are you actually in Blackburn where this could happen to you? Whatever you think, leave your comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe.